What are you gonna have done now?
Apparently an NG tube.
How are you feeling about the NG tube?
Hey, it's gonna be an adventure. When I had one before, I was under, so it's gonna be great.
Think positive thoughts. What you think you will manifest. It's gonna be.
I really have no frame of reference. I don't know what it looks like or what it's gonna feel like. Probably bad.
Really? You have no frame of reference? It's a tube that's gonna go down up through your nose and down through.
I don't even understand how that works. It's probably bad, very bad.
Emotionally, because 2020 was really tough. Like 2020 was, since January, I mean, it kicked my ass last year. I had the ectopic pregnancy rupture. I got pregnant very quickly afterwards. You know, I had an umbilical hernia from lifting trace while I was pregnant. I had COVID while I was pregnant. Had a baby during a pandemic. Then 6 weeks postpartum, had placenta left in my uterus, turned septic because my uterus got infected, and had that surgery on 11/26. And so it's just like, what else? And of course there's always something else. You should never ever ask that. There's always something else. Something else can always go wrong, and it does, it seems. Okay, in the saga of Katie has cancer, Scott needed a little bit of attention and decided to have a bowel obstruction on the day after.
I don't want that.
The day after Christmas. So it's December 26th. It is, I don't know what time. 5:30 p.m. and Scott has been vomiting since yesterday, and then today started vomiting something dark brown, and I was like, gotta get to the emergency room. He has a bowel obstruction. Sure enough, he does. Okay, Scott is still in the hospital.
What's up?
Does not have an NG tube.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dodged a bullet there.
Super pumped.
He pooped. Look at the zit hair right here.
Well, it's good. A lot of stress these days.
Yeah, it's like
that's the word. Remember you felt that coming?
I popped it.
I told you not to mess with it.
It was.
You can never do anything.
No, I did. I got some stuff out of it. I don't think it's
good for you. I hope you're happy.
I mean, I'm not, because it made it worse. But anyway.
Learn.
All right.
You see this? I tell her stuff, and she doesn't listen. And
so he had to put these.
She teachers pets me. I didn't need this shit.
You did. The doctor ordered it. I was just following through because I'm an excellent.
Mrs. Smith, don't we have homework? Give us some homework. That's what the whole thing felt like. You're the worst.
I bet you any of my friends in high school would agree with you that I was like that.
Yeah. I believe it.
So, plan?
What's
the plan? What's happening now?
Oh, I keep getting fluids. Just let things, progress. I gotta eat some clear fluids, light. What it comes after that? Brothy stuff. Maybe full liquids. Gotta get things reset. A little cleanse. And we're back in business, and it's cheeseburgers for everybody.
No, didn't we just talk about that?
Snickers.
Nuts are probably not good.
Probably not good.
No,
yeah.
you probably
Somebody's got to give me an idea of like what to eat and not eat, or at least like lesser, like not to, or in moderation kind of. They took this shit out of my arm. It's awesome.
You pumped?
I hate that thing. My tummy still hurts. I can't be super pumped. I don't want to pump anything in here.
You ready to get home?
Yeah, get me out of here. I can't take it. That one was great. You were here. Fucking my stomach is so weird right now.
Okay, ready? Oh, this is not gonna be great.
my 6 chest hairs just got decimated.
Hey Trace, do you want to go play in the snow? Okay, how many chicken nuggets do you have in your mouth?
I've never seen him put that much
Trace,
in his mouth.
do you like chicken nuggets? I have more for you. Eat those up. I'll give them to you. Hey, it's snowing outside. Should we go play in the snow? You want to wear your snow boots? Do you want to go sledding?
You finish eating your nugget.
Do you want to go sledding?
No.
Song or album encompasses that we're going to Pittsburgh for cancer. Rent.
Great. I'm glad I'm the passenger this time.
Just wait, baby. I'm gonna sing it to your little heart's content.
How come you're driving?
I never drive.
You literally never drive.
No, I wanted to like zone out, listen to some tunes, sing, and just be in control for like a hot second. Because, you know, I like to just grab life by the balls, you know? So
take the stick, you know?
I don't know about that. But I like to cruise and sing.
All right. It'll be good. Zone out a little bit, but not too much. You know, okay. Safety first.
Maybe Arnold. All right. I said I would press record even when I don't want to, and today is just one of those days where I really don't want to. Scott and I just spent the last 4.5, 5 hours at Hillman Cancer Center in Pittsburgh. We had a scheduled appointment to find out more about what's going to happen with the melanoma. So I have a surgery scheduled for January 29th. And best, like what we're really hoping for is they go in, they take like a bigger margin or excision or whatever. And okay, so clicking to go live or record because we just left Pittsburgh and I have a surgery scheduled for January 29th, and their plan is to take a bigger margin of area to hopefully remove the melanoma, but then they're also going to be injecting me with like lymphocytes. I'm not really sure about that, but apparently like, I'm gonna get some injections and you have to wait a while and like see where it deposits in the basins of your lymph nodes so they can target like which appropriate lymph node, whether that's like up by the armpit or down by my groin, I don't know. And then they'll take a biopsy, it's called a sentinel node biopsy, from that spot, and then they test it. They'll also take a bigger chunk of skin in my abdomen, like where the mole originally was. So we really won't know much more about next steps until after that surgery. They'll complete that surgery, and then like a week or so later we get the results back. And depending, like if it's negative, right? So like they get the lymph node report back and it's negative, then that's it. I'm just an observation for 3 to 6 months, for every 3 months for a couple years, and then like every 6 months for till like hit year 5, and then annual exams after that. So that's, and I like chest x-rays. I'll be getting like a lot of chest x-rays. And that's if it's negative. If the sentinel node biopsy comes back positive or any kind of marker or indicator on it, then I'm going to either get immunotherapy or a targeted therapy. Positive is there will be no chemotherapy because chemotherapy does not treat or attack melanoma. So I won't be losing my hair, and I will not be like vomiting and super sick. I just might be tired from the immunotherapy, and that's doable. I can either take like a pill, well, like every day for a year, or I can get monthly infusions. But we're not there yet. So first things first, surgery on January 29th. And then after that, bigger picture, I think like what really like hit me and that I'm having like the most trouble with right now is that like I'm a cancer patient for 5 years. Like even if the surgery comes back and is a huge success, and you know, I don't need immunotherapy, like I still have to go to Pittsburgh or a cancer center or whatever and be followed by an oncologist. I'm 31. It's not like, oh, this is what it's not like, you know, I'm 60 and I got to live like 60 years of my life experiencing like suntans and, you know, being outside without a ton of caution, you know, like obviously applying sunscreen like I normally do. And, you know, I'm 60 and like, okay, I got to hang it up, got to hang out inside now. And I'm not saying 60 is old. It's just like at 31, that's really hard. Like that's really hard for me, being outside and in the sun. I mean, those trips are not my life, but like that's what a lot of our vacations have been. Jamaica for girls trips, and Disney, and Orlando, and Bradenton, and Bahamas, and Hilton Head, and Myrtle Beach. Like the beach is like a huge part of what makes me happy. Like summertime is really happy for me. Going on vacation and getting that oomph of being outside is a huge part for me. So to be 31 and kind of lose that luster for it, then the inability or like the ability to go and do those things, like, man, it's heavy. Like that's a really heavy really heavy realization for me. Also, I realized the car seat is like that behind me, but we only did that so I could recline my seat. I promise it is buckled correctly when there's kids in here. It just looked like we threw a car seat in the back. So yeah, Scott's driving, we're on the way home, and you know, got a lot of good information today, but also like we don't have a lot of information. We're not gonna know a lot until after a week or so after the surgery, and even the unknowing of that is gonna be difficult. But I'm just sad that like so much of our lives and the things that like really make me happy are just gonna have to change. And that was a lifestyle thing that I really didn't think was going to occur. See Cheese.
Hey Cheese. Hey buddy. Hey Cheese. Hey Quinn.
He's gonna listen.
No, he's just chilling. So what do you got going on? What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the surgery in Pittsburgh. We'd be there at 9 a.m. I'm gonna get some testing, some CT scans, and I think the surgery is at like 12 or 1.
Are you like kind of anxious or excited for that? Like what has you like thinking the most?
I was like really not thinking about it at all until I'd spoken to some people that have had this done, and they said this part's a total breeze, like the sentinel node biopsy, the recovery is, you know, fine. I just can't lift the kids, but I think it's just everything that comes next. Like, you know, we just have to pray for a clear biopsy and make sure there's nothing else in there. That's just really what I'm hoping for, because thinking about a year being sick and having to get infusions or immunotherapy or anything like that is just, I mean, young mom, fun. Like I got 3 kids to chase after, you know, it's, I just don't want that. Like I don't want to have a sick year, but you know, so I think tomorrow is good. It's gonna, you know, like hurry up and waiting, like hurry up and getting this thing done, and then waiting for the next step. And I guess we'll just have to see what.
And not knowing is the worst part. I mean, you just want
answers and to know what's next. And if we have to face this, like I just want to get it over with and do it as quickly as I possibly can. So wish me luck.
Fingers crossed.